What's up, guys? Rob here, and today I just want to talk about, I'm gonna keep it nice, short, and simple. I just want to talk about being uncomfortable, or should I say, being uncomfortable and being in discomfort. When you're comfortable, you may not be happy when you're comfortable, just because life's passing by. You may have, or should I say, you may have like a job that you don't like, and you're just too comfortable. It pays all right, but you know that you want more for yourself, but you choose to be comfortable. And let me tell you why that's gonna just deteriorate you in the long run, and it's just gonna make you miserable. Because when you're living in discomfort, or you're uncomfortable, you grow. And you're never gonna grow if you're comfortable with where you're living at, as far as like in a nice little apartment that like you want more for yourself, and some people get lost in comfort, and they're comfortable with how they look, eating junk food. They're obese, they're overweight, and they're comfortable. It feels good for them to live in that comfort. It doesn't feel good when you're uncomfortable and in discomfort. Going to the gym, running, that's all discomfort. When you're going through some sort of pain, it's like, it's not pleasing sometimes, I would say. You're not finding no pleasure in running. And for the gym, sometimes it's therapy for others, but most of the time it sucks, and you gotta be disciplined, you gotta be consistent, you gotta have the right diet, and all that sucks. Sometimes it takes eating the same thing every single day instead of feeding yourself McDonald's that's so good, or any type of fast food, like all that. It's good, but it's not good for you. It tastes good, but it's not good for you, for your body. And me, I hit the gym. I'm very into fitness. I love running, and I eat the same thing almost every single day. I'm eating eggs, either rice or potatoes, ground beef, chicken, salmon. It's like oatmeal. It's all the same thing every single day. And sometimes it's like, damn, like, it's the same thing. But then again, like, I really don't mind, just because I feel as though if it's getting me to where I want to be, as far as my physique wise, then, I don't even care. And to me, the food tastes good no matter what. And I don't even use food for like taste. I just use it for fuel. Sorry, I had to speak, guys. I don't use food for taste. I use it for fuel. Like, I need it to keep my body going and to grow, and as far as that, like, sometimes it might take eating the same thing every single day. Sometimes it might take that you might have to get a new job, and it's going to be uncomfortable getting that new job, but it might be better for you in the long run because you'll be getting paid more. But at first it's uncomfortable. You're like, damn, you're new, you don't know what to do, you have to be trained all over again. But it's better than being comfortable at another job where you're not getting paid as much. Or even if you're trying to start like content or or you're trying to be a content creator, whatever the case may be, start a business. At first it's going to be hard, you're going to be uncomfortable, you're going to be in discomfort, but you learn and you grow from the discomfort. You'll start adapting to your situation, adapting and learning how to speak on the camera. And every day that you do it, you start getting better with editing, whatever the case may be. You just adapt, you know. And I just encourage everybody to, when you're uncomfortable or living in discomfort, you got to see it on the bright side of things, and don't take it as if it's something that's bad, but it's something that's really good, because you're not comfortable, you're not staying the same. When you're uncomfortable, you grow. But when you're living in comfort, you stay in the same place, in the same situation, nothing changes. That's comfort. You know, you're comfortable with your situation right now. You're comfortable getting paid minimum wage. You're comfortable, you know, living the life that when you know you want more. But what takes to getting more is being in that uncomfortable situation. But my message today is to, you know, get yourself out there, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and you will see your life will change, your life will grow, and you'll just adapt to the situations, you know? Like, nothing in life happens for a reason. And you got to take discomfort as you growing into a new person, to a new human being. And it's just growth. Discomfort is growth. And learn how to be uncomfortable, and you'll always adapt. We're humans, we adapt to situations like this. So that was my message for today, guys. Rob community, love you guys. I'm out. Peace.